Hello everyone, I am Salman Pathan from Math.0 channel. So today we are going to see multivariate calculus, that is M2, in which our today's topic is special integrals, in which subtopic is reduction formulae. So it consists of basically two reduction formulas of sine raised to nx dx, and second one's integration of cos raised to nx dx. So today we are going to see integration of sine raised to nx dx, how to solve it and what are the further usage of this formulae. So let us start. So first we will let I is equals to integration sine raised to nx dx. Then in next step we will adjust a term so that we can easily solve this integration. So we will adjust sin x into sine inverse x dx. If you saw these two terms, then you will come to know that sin x into sine raised to minus 1x or sine inverse x is equals to 1. So it will not affect our given integral. So after adjustment, as it is the base term is x, here is x, so we can write as sine raised to n minus 1 x into sin x as it is into dx. Now we are going to use integration by parts. Okay, so by integration by parts, or you can write using integration by parts. So you have to use LIAT rule. In short, we can call as Liat rule, in which we are going to give a preference to the terms. Like if first term is logarithmic, then we will assign 1 as that term. If first term is inverse, then we will assign that term as a first term. And similarly algebraic, trigonometric and exponential. So here the first term will be this term and second term will be this term. Okay, so by using integration by parts, we know that first term as it is into integration of second term. So integration of second term sin x is minus cos x, minus integration of derivative of first term, that is n minus 1 into sine raised to n minus 2 minus n minus 1 minus 1, that is n minus 2 x into integration of sin x, derivative of sin x, because we are dealing with derivative here. So derivative of sin x will be cos x. You have to keep in mind that we have to take derivative only, not integration. Then into integration of sin x, that is minus cos x dx. Okay, now after simplifying, we will get minus cos x into sine raised to n minus 1 x minus this minus will be plus. This n minus 1 is constant, so we will take out of integral into integration of sine raised to n minus 2 x into this cos x into cos x will be cos square x dx. Now in next step we will write this term as it is plus n minus 1 as it is. We will adjust cos square x as 1 minus sin square x. We know that cos square x plus sin square x equals to 1. So after rearrangement for cos square x, we will get 1 minus sin square x into dx. Okay, now in next step this will be as it is plus n minus 1 as it is integration of, we will multiply this in internal bracket, we will get sin raised to n minus 2x minus sin raised to nx, okay, into dx. In next step, minus cos x into sin raised to n minus 1 x plus n minus 1 into integration of sin raised to n minus 2 x minus n minus 1 into integration of sin raised to n x dx, here dx, okay. So this term as it is in next step plus n minus 1 as it is, as we consider or assume that I is equals to integration of sin raised to nx dx. So similarly this will be I n minus 2 minus n minus 1, and we know that integration of sin raised to nx dx is I, as we assume or consider before, I, or you can write in, okay. So after this will in, so we'll take in term on one side, so this is minus, here it will become plus n minus 1 in plus this is as it is minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1 x plus n minus 1 in minus 2, okay. Now taking in common, after taking in common we'll come to know 1 plus n minus 1 equals to minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1 x plus n minus 1 in minus 2. Here plus 1 minus 1 will be cancelled, we will get n in is equals to minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1 x plus n minus 1 in minus 2, and after transforming this n on RHS you will get minus cos x sin raised to n minus 1 x upon n plus n minus 1 upon n in minus 2. This is final solution for the our given integration.